Good morning. Well, guess what? Apparently, for some reason, it's customary to do some kind of weird draft analysis thing. Anyway, we had the draft last night, and it lasted till about 3 in the morning, which is why I'm groggy as sin. Surprisingly, I haven't been drinking. I'm actually having a booze this weekend, but I still feel hungover as shit. Fuck time zones. Anyway, this isn't going to look elegant at all because of the layout I've got, but what are you going to do? Anyway, the basic premise of what I tried to do is a lot of people, as you can see, pretty much went balls deep, tried to get the shit they wanted right off the bat. Well, apparently I don't rule much, so I wasn't paying attention to what the rules were. So I basically started off with a bunch of guys I wanted in a list. Some of them high tier, most of them low tier. And I figured the last 3 or 4 picks would kind of just make themselves, because people would have taken all the big hardcore shit they wanted, and then I could just come in, spice some stuff I wanted, and nab it. But since this is a mixed tier tourney, it requires OU, BL, UU, RU, and NU. And by the time I got to Gator Meloetta, I didn't have any BL or RU in my team. So I was kind of pissed off, because Gengar was not taken. Gengar. And looking at my team, Gengar was perfect. My last 2 picks was I was originally going to do Gengar and Licky Licky until I said Gengar, and Socrates like, oh, you can't choose that, you bum, you need a BL and an RU. And so I'd look at BLRU, and people had already picked what they wanted from BLRU, so I was left with this shit. Although Gator and Meloetta aren't bad picks, it's just Gator doesn't really have a lot of place on the roster I've built. Grass and Electric is something that I'm going to have difficulty countering. Well, I'd Grass fine, I've got Dose, Bat, I'd fucking Skuntank, so that's not the end of the world, but the Electric, the only resist I've got is Seismitoad, and that does not match up well with Grass, so not great. Like I say, I wanted Gengar because I needed another Levitator in there, because I do have an alarming ground weakness, although I got Zapdos, which is a fucking steal. No one picked Zapdos until I did. 4 rounds in. Why? I know Socrates said he was going to pick it next, but seriously? Zapdos, you were saving Zapdos for your 4th pick. I picked it on a whim. Zapdos wasn't even on my list. I just noticed that another fighting ground resist would be really helpful. So I picked it up, and I was like, good fucking deal, mate. But yeah, the main standout weakness of my team is going to be, as I say, it's just ground, basically. That's kind of the nature of the stuff I pick. So Terrakion, Heliolisk, Bastiodon, Skuntank, well, I think they all work, and like I say, Dose and Bat should handle that pretty well. So there's a strong core in there. There is a strong core in there. You may have noticed there, Hooper Unbound. I picked Hooper Unbound, again, that was 3rd to last. I was really debating, what I probably should have done is instead of Seismitoad, I should have picked Gastro. If I pick Gastro, then that takes my RU slot, and then I can put Gator and Gengar. Well, actually, no, could I? No, because then point totals wouldn't match up. I could have had something else, but there you go. In fact, if I'd have done Gastro, I might not have made it out of that one. I don't know. It's an interesting thought, at least. Actually, I think you might need an OUB as well. Yeah, you need something from every select part of the tiering system. So, I goofed up towards the end, but I'm still really happy with the team I got. Like, I'm not going to complain. Bastiodon was, what was that? I can't even fucking count today. Bastiodon was my 5th pick, and I knew I wanted Bastiodon. Like I say, I am the Burkhamsted Bastiodons, and I did build my team around Bastiodon. But again, the main reason that I went with the 3 NUs, sort of middle of the draft, was because I thought people would still be mid-picking the UU, OU shit. And again, that's why I picked my UUs really early on as well, because I wanted to get the stuff I wanted right away, and then after that I can just pick what I want. You know, whatever table scraps I'm left with, I'm sure I can work something out. And like I say, I had my plan, but Yeah, I don't pay attention to the rules of these things. In fact, I didn't even really know how the draft was going to work until I got in there, but there you go. Yeah, Terrakion is kind of an odd choice for me. Like I say, there were a plethora of things right there that I really could have taken. Mega Venusaur is a first starting pick. It's kind of interesting. I left my Mega till later because not everyone, you can only have one Mega on your team, as far as I know. So, at some point you're going to be left with something. Mega Amphi was something I was considering. I know that's 3 electric types, but I like Mega Amphi, and I was originally thinking of going for a bit of a Trick Roomy bent on my team, but I kind of opted away from that, because Trick Room, you've got to have at least Trick Room, as there's 2 Psychic types, that's an easy through line for your team to get fucked. Hooper would kind of deal with that, but not really. It's still neutral to Ghost and Dark, so not amazing, but there you go. But yeah, like I say, Bastiodon has got pretty much the ultimate in stopping power there. Zapdos will just, Zapdos is going to be Bastiodon's best friend along with Bat. Water, like I say, this is why I got Seismitoad. It was either Seismitoad or Gastrodon, I just thought of Seismitoad first. Again, I was going for the NU bent because of my original plan. So, yeah, I went with Seismitoad, and I'm pretty pleased with Seismitoad. It has more offensive power than, fucking Gastrodon. And by that point, I was looking a bit Wally, Bat, Zapdos, Bastiodon. I mean, on the other hand, you can also say Heliolisk and Terrakion, and in a lot of sense, Bat and Zapdos can pull double duty as offensive mons. But, yeah, looking a bit Wally in there. Skuntank's another one I really wanted to pick up, as just, it's good NU shit. It's Defogger and Sucker Puncher. It has the only weakness it has is, actually no, it might have 2. Is it 2 or is it just ground? I think it's just ground. I'm trying to think of Drapion. Yeah, I think it's just ground. And it's got, a decent couple of resists in there, and, one other thing that the other reason I really wanted Gengar in there was purely on a basis that, Skuntank is perfect coverage for Gengar, but at some point I might try and trade out of that. I'm not going to be able to get Licky, so I think I'm probably stuck with Meloetta, but I might trade Seismitoad out for Gastro, and then try and force Gengar in there, because Gengar's good. Like, Gator is the only pick I'm not particularly pleased with. Meloetta's good in its own right, and so is Gator, to be fair, but Meloetta fits into my team a hell of a lot better. Like, Meloetta has got really tasty synergy with Terrakion, so I can force dark moves like Knock Off and then go to Terrakion, get a +1 and do some damage there. Also works well with Bastio. Bat, Zapdos. I suppose you could say that Dark is quite a good through line through my team as well, but on the other hand, Gallade should help stop that a bit. And Terrakion is pretty much the be-all end-all for that, so that's good. Although if there is a Crocodile, which I'm fairly certain somewhere there is, that could present problems. But again, Bat, I could just run an acrobatic set and not run an item, and then I'm kind of set, although there's things to think about, basically. But, again, I'm pretty happy with my team. Heliolisk can also help with the Crocodile situation, because Surf or Grass Knot. But, yeah, I kind of think that's kind of how I came out of it. So I had a plan towards the end. I did sort of get some picks planned out, like say Gengar Licky was going to be my be-all end-all. I get that, I'm set, I'm done, I'm perfectly happy with what I picked up, but I didn't plan ahead well enough, so that's my bad. And again, Hooper Unbound is pretty much there just because I want to prove that it's good, I know that it's good, and it's gonna blow a hole in most shit that I see. Like, just looking at the Chelsea Shandies, fucking Hooper is gonna wreck. The only thing that's going to really stop it is Mandy. So, yeah, again, the speed thing is a problem, but I really don't care. I really don't. And it is good to have, it's a special tank in there, so that's helpful. And Gallade can pull double duty on that as well, just without an AV. Yeah, I think that's kind of about it, to be honest. I've highlighted the weaknesses that I've got. I am very aware of the weaknesses, and I will try and plan for it. But, again, like, the big surprise for me, again, is just Zapdos. Like, I was not, like, I knew Hooper was going to kind of stay there because people seem to be down on the Unbound lately, even though it did end up getting its OUA ranking, as I thought it would. But I kind of figured Hooper would stay there. But I really don't get it. Like, I'm sorry, but Hooper fits really nicely to my team. Bastio, Zapdos, Crobat, all resisting it. Or the U-turn. And Crobat does the fairy as well. It eats Crobat Psychics aimed at Crobat. You can't say fairer than that. Bat also works out really well with Bastio. Again, the other through line for my team is definitely going to be electric. Like, I did not plan for that particularly well, but again, Meloette could kind of mitigate that as well. That's another good AV mon. In fact, I've got a couple of good AVs in there. But it's kind of iffy. Like, I genuinely built most of this around Bastiodon being my core dude, because as I proved before, even without the proper team support around him, Bastiodon can still just do anything it wants. It doesn't give a shit. I do wonder if that's going to be a priority to take down, though. Because I'd like to think that enough people, noticed that Bastio was kind of fucking good. In fact, if it wasn't for that semi-finals match where he got crit by a Shadow Ball, it might well have dragged my ass out of that fire and won me the game. Go figure. Bastio might have ended up getting me to the final if things had gone differently, but there you go. Anyway, I am going to upload another video with this, by the way. It seems customary to go over my draft picks, so I have done. My first battle is going to be against Socrates. Where am I looking? Actually, do I really want to say how I'm going to beat him? Because I am. I love you, Socrates, don't worry. I love you. But he's got a pretty competent team. I was expecting a lot stronger from him, though. Manaphy is going to be the obvious standout. Because it gets Energy Ball, and Seismitoad don't like no Energy Balls. But on the other hand, it's only base 100 speed. Gallade outspeeds it. I could Scarf Hooper and fuck it that way. Zapdos. Does Zapdos out? Or is it speed type for Zapdos? I honestly can't remember. Are you base 100 speed, Mr. Zapdos? Yes you are. Okay, so it's a Zapdos speed type. I want to play it that way. Heliolisk will do a lot of damage there. So Manaphy's kind of the standout, but I'm not too worried about it. Moongus could present problems. I may well have to run Zen Headbutt on Hooper. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. In fact, Hooper kind of does a lot of damage to his team. I hope you prepare for that. Huh? You want to bring a really Hooper-centric team? Oh, it's not working, is it? No. But yeah, his team is worrying. Like I say, I'd still think I can have it, though. Yeah, I reckon I can have that. I can figure something out. He won't know what hit him. Yeah. But yeah, I was really expecting a stronger draft. I don't know if Socrates was happy with what he got or if he wasn't. He hasn't... Well, I haven't spoken to him since the draft. But the only thing we really talked about was the fact that Robotnik decided to have to go to work at the draft time. It's just like, nah. Although Robotnik picked a sick fucking team. He had to pick from 3 agents, and he got Smeagol, Aromatisse, Malamar, of course, Gligar, Rotom fucking Wash didn't get picked. So Wash and Gengar were left over at the end of the draft. That's fucking insane. You got Conk, Zygarde, Zygarde's okay, Rachi, Darmanitan, Mega Pidgeot, and Dragalge. He got a sick team, arguably better than mine. So he came out of that probably a lot better than a couple of other people, I have to say. There are some good picks in there. I see that a lot of people only went in for one NU. So my plan of getting the NUs I wanted kind of worked out, because I did get the NUs I wanted. I got them, nice in a neat little bow. And Skuntank, again, is a big one. Like, Skuntank's right there. Skuntank has one fucking weakness, gets Defog, and it's not a flyer, so it's not weak to rocks. I don't know. Maybe I've done it all wrong. Maybe I'm going to get completely undone by my late draft error, but we'll see how we go. But like I say, I really don't know if Socrates was happy with his team. Mesprit was an interesting pick. I know he needed an NU in there, but Mesprit... I would have gone with Uxie myself, unless that went Are You? I honestly don't know. I have not been paying attention to the lower tiers lately. But Amoongus is a really good pick. Hippo's pretty good, although that was quite a late pick as well. Like I say, and Mega Aero, like, when it was coming down to my turn and I wanted to get my Gengar, the three guys that had a chance of getting it were Socrates, Nick, and Mikey, and, like, none of them picked it. Like, Socrates went with Mega Aero, which he did need a Mega, that's fine, but he probably could have picked a bit better on that one. I think he said, well, went with Mega Aero because I'm not sure what was left, but I think he probably could have done a little bit better there. But a lot of the good Megas were gone straight away. Like, Megazard X went on the first round, which is quite impressive. I don't think anyone took Megazard Y, though. No one took Megazard Y. Shows how far it's fallen down, doesn't it? When fucking Mega Ampharos is taken before it. So, yeah, I feel kind of sorry for the poor bastard. But, yeah, it was coming down to it. And like I say, he picked Mega Aero, and I was like, alright, he needed a Mega, that's fair dues. And then Nick picks a fucking Cobalion, and Mikey picks a Quagsire, and I'm like, what? Really? And then their last picks, like, Talonflame was the last in the last round. That's mental. No one picked up Talonflame. I just had a look. He just had his draft video where he's like, I got Talonflame. It's like, Talonflame was your last pick. So, yeah, it's, you know, so my theory was kind of correct in that I knew there would still be some good shit left over in OU to pick from, because fucking Thunderous Incarnate went in the last round, Talonflame went in the last round. Most people spent all of their points by that. So you had free reign to kind of choose whatever the fuck you wanted. But, yeah, like I say, so you got Cobalion Quagsire, and I was like, yes, right in! And then I got shafted by the fucking rule set. But yeah, I'm sure I can finagle some picks in there, like I say. Gengar would be huge. That would pretty much sew my team up just right. I'm probably swapping Mellow out for someone else. Like I say, I wanted a Licky in there, but I don't think I can finagle my way to a Licky. Because I need a BL in there somewhere. And while I do have 60 points left, it gives me a bit of wiggle room, but I don't think enough wiggle room to finagle my way to a Licky, which also didn't get taken. Fucking Miltank got taken. Miltank? Yeah, alright, it's a stealth rocker, but Licky. And if you're wondering, if I did get Licky, it would be my wish support. I feel very ashamed to say it, but it would be my wish support. Because look at that shit. Like, Zapdos is fine with it, Crobat's fine with it. You know, Mega Gallade resist fighting. Gengar would have dodged fighting entirely. That would have been the fucking tits. But no, it's going to be mixed. Boo. You know, fun. Anyway, that's my team, and I'm probably going to go make a team out of that team on Showdown. And then I'll probably give it a go. Like I say, it's just the same thing as building a normal team, but, you know, I may as well see what I like, what might work. And I can give Socrates an eye in, so he can counter-team me. And I'll counter-team his counter-team, and I'll fuck him senseless. Probably not, he'll probably fucking arse-rape me. It is Socrates, and he does like to go hard on these things. Although he didn't win the last league. Fucking Marida did. I can't let me surprised on that one. I know Marida's good, but really, Socrates? Fucking Socrates. How do you lose? Anyway, enough bashing my opponent. Poor old Socrates. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go make a team out of that, and then we'll play some Showdown, and I'll upload this, and then, yeah, Saturday. But at some point, I need to go shop for food. I don't want to go anywhere today. Whatever. See you in a bit. Peace.